We back up in this thing, man. Champions League ball is finally back after that long-ass international window, bro. At the end of this match day 3, at the conclusion, there's only 5 teams left with a perfect record. You got Bayern Munich, of course. You got Man City, of course. You got Real Madrid, of course. We got them Napoli boys that got a perfect record, and then we got them Club Brugge boys. Now, there's a shock. I don't know if Napoli is a shock or not. How many of y'all predicted them Club Brugge boys would have been at the top of the table at this point with a perfect record? Not me. It's been goals galore this match day 3. Oh my goodness, it's been a lot of goals this past Tuesday and Wednesday. So we gonna start everything off with the goal of the week nominees. I'm gonna announce my winner at the end of the episode. You go ahead and drop your winner down in the comments after I announce the nominees. First nominee, we got that boy, Trent Arnold. Yes, I know his name is Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he still ain't earned that Alexander back in his name, so I call him Trent Arnold. That boy Trent with that outside the bees is set PC up, curved that hoe all the way to the left side of the goal, back of the net, hit it just like that for that first goal against them Ranger boys. And that man Lionel with the Eminem connection, he passed it to Mbappe, Mbappe passed it to Neymar, Neymar passed it back to Messi, and Messi, left-legged, hit that hoe outside that beezy little curve shot, back of the net. That boy Zubkov from Shakhtar against Real Madrid, bro, crossed it to him and he did a jumping sideways scissors kick. Boy, that hoe was swaggy. And then we got that boy Guerrero from BVB. Jude Bellingham crossed him a ball. Guerrero beautifully touched that hoe, beautifully burst the speed, ran that hoe inside the box, and damn near put a hole in the back of that net, man. Leave down in the comments what y'all think got goal of the week this week. And of course, I'm gonna announce my decision at the end of the episode. We starting off with Group A, man. Napoli is sitting at the top of the standings. Like I said at the beginning of the video, they have a perfect record. They 3-0. They sitting at the top with 9 points. And then we got Liverpool at the second place spot with 6 points. We got Ajax in third with 3. And then we got the Rangers in fourth with not a single goddamn point, not a single goddamn win. Liverpool versus Rangers, the first ever meeting between these two clubs, and Liverpool came out with that goddamn dub. Like y'all seen in the goal nominees, that boy Trent Arnold hit him a little nice set piece outside that beezy curve shot to the back of that net. 50-something minute, that boy Luis Diaz got fouled inside the box. Y'all already know it's penalty time. That boy Pope Pala stepped up to the plate, and he ended up converting that penalty to get them Ranger boys out of there. 2-0. Dos a cero that ass. Ajax versus Napoli. Oh my gosh, them Napoli boys whooped that ass 6-1. 6 goals on them Ajax boys. I thought Ajax was better than that, man. And it's crazy because Ajax is the ones who scored first before the 10th minute even hit. That boy Kuda scored by accident. His teammate shot the ball and then it just happened to hit Kuda's leg, and that hoe just bounced in just like that. And then them Napoli boys was like, yeah, we finna smash some. We finna smash some. They scored 6 straight goals. A Raspadori header, a Di Lorenzo header, a Zelensky counterattack damner outside that bees, another Raspadori goal inside that box to get that man a brace. That Kavar dude that y'all say is oh so cold scored off a give and go. And then that man Simeon ended up finishing the game, closing everything off inside the box off a beautiful last assist in the 81st minute, man. Napoli over them Ajax boys 6-1. Group B, them Club Brugge boys sitting at the top with a perfect undefeated record, 9 points, 3 wins, 0 losses, no draws. And then Porto, Bayer Leverkusen, and Atletico Madrid is 2, 3, and 4, all tied with 3 points with they sorry ass. Porto versus Leverkusen. Porto 2-0, Dos a cero that ass, but I know them Leverkusen boys is sick because they had opportunities. They scored a goal 17 minutes in, but then they got called back. Porto had a handball, Bayer Leverkusen had a penalty, and they got their ass packed up on that penalty. That's 2 goals y'all could have had, but y'all couldn't capitalize. Then Porto came out of nowhere, bro. Capitalized off their mistake 70 minutes in. That boy Zadu, headed that hoe in off a cross. Then before the game ended, that boy Galino ended up scoring one inside the box, and it bounced off the goalkeeper foot, and then it popped up in the air, and it just said, goal, just like that. Porto, them Leverkusen boys 2-0. Club Brugge versus Atletico. Club Brugge also 2-0. Dos a cero that ass. They came into this game 7 goals scored, 0 conceded. Nobody had scored on Club Brugge yet. It was 1 goal scored in the first half, 1 goal scored in the second half. 36 minutes in, that boy Soa ended up tapping it in after they team weaved through that D. And then in the second half, that boy Juggler ended up scoring off of a ball that was poked loose from his teammate. Atletico Madrid had a chance to score because they had a penalty during the game. But that boy Antoine Griezmann shot it too hard. He ended up choking it, then it bounced off the damn crossbar. He low-key damn near almost knocked the goal over. That's how hard he shot that damn ball. It echoed, vibrated through the stadium, all of that. Group C. Of course, we got them Bayern Munich boys at the top of the group with 9 points, undefeated, 3 wins, no losses, no draws. Second place, we got Inter Milan, not Barcelona, not them Lona boys. Not them Lona boys. We got Inter Milan in second place with 6. Then we got them Lona boys in third with 3 points. And of course, we got the Victoria Pleasing Club at 0. We know they not serious about no damn football, bro. They just happy to be there, bro. They already know the deal. I seen the video on Twitter when they was scrolling past like the people, you know, when they doing the anthem. They talking about some. Them boys smiling and waving at the camera. They ain't serious about no football. They said we playing Bayern Munich. There is no way we gonna win, so we just go out here and have fun. That's what they said in the locker room. We all know this is stat pad game. It was 3-0 in the first 20 minutes. That boy Leroy Sané got him an outside ABs. Serge Gnabry hit him one inside the box. Then in the 20th, might I say, that boy Sadio had him a Lionel-esque solo goal. I'm talking about it was off an inbound. He boop, weave through that D. Just like that for his first Champions League goal with Bayern Munich, man. Shout out that boy Sadio. I'm happy for him. In the second half, Leroy Sané ended up getting him a brace off of a great-ass touch, by the way. Great-ass touch that he struck it in. And then Choupo-Moting ended up finishing boys off to make it 5-0. It's too goddamn easy. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. A lot of controversy surrounding this game with the handballs, but hey, Barcelona had the possession 70% of the game. Inter Milan 30% if you can do math, and them boys still lost, bro. The only goal of the game was scored at the end of the first half. That boy Calhanoglu hit an outside that bees it just like that to go up 1-0. We had the handball controversy. Inter Milan had the ball inside their box on one of the plays, and then it was a handball on Barcelona, but they reviewed it and the ref didn't call the handball, right? Then later, that boy Pedri ended up scoring him a goal. So when it came to Pedri's goal, it ended up hitting Ansu Fati's hands inadvertently, and then the ref was like, no goal, that's a handball right there. It do kind of seem like some bullshit on the ref part, but Barcelona did indeed have possession 70% of the game, so I don't think that's an excuse, bro. Y'all still didn't score like the rest of the game on some stuff. But yo, it seems like Barcelona caught the short end of the stick. Hey, it is what it is. Group D, Sporting CP is at the top of the group with 6 points. Then we got Tottenham and Frankfurt at 2 and 3, tied up with 4 points. And then we got Marseille at the bottom of the group with 3. Marseille versus Sporting. Sporting scored in the first minute of the game. They scored first minute. That boy Francisco just inside that box curled that hoe nastily. Curled it nastily. I ain't gonna lie, them Marseille boys struck back quick. It was like the 13th minute or the 12th minute. The goalkeeper tried to kick to clear the ball. Alexis Sanchez jumped in the way, and the ball reflected off of his body and ended up going in the goal. So Marseille tied the ball game up just like that in the first 13 minutes. Then that same goalkeeper from Sporting got kicked out the game because it was a moment he ran outside the box and he knew he wasn't gonna get to the ball in time. So he jumped up and just slapped that hoe out the earth, knowing damn well you can't do that. He got a handball as a goalkeeper. Red card, they got him the hell up out of there. And Marseille ended up scoring 3 goals straight. Howard scored a header off a cross. Balerdi scored a header off a corner. Mbemba with the meanest shot fake I have ever seen. He got the ball off a deflection and he shot faked the hell out of the goddamn defense and ended up knocking it in like the 84th minute to whoop them Sporting boys ass 4-1. And the Sporting boys was undefeated going into this game. Like I say, Marseille is at the bottom of the table. So the bottom of the table beat the top of the table in this matchup. Marseille over Sporting 4-1. Frankfurt versus Tottenham, one of the Champions League games of all time. The game ended 0-0. Group E, man, this Group E is looking terrible. Salzburg is at the top of the group with only 1 game won. They sitting on 5 points, 1 game won and 2 draws, and they are at the top of the damn group. We got Chelsea Milan at 2 and 3, tied up with 4 points each, and then them Dynamo Zagreb boys at the bottom with 3. And to make it even more ironic, Salzburg literally just got their first dub this match day when they played goddamn Dynamo Zagreb, and it was off of a penalty, by the way. That boy Okafor ended up hitting a penalty in the 71st minute to give them Shakhtar boys a dub over Dinamo and give them a spot at the top of the table. Chelsea versus Milan. Them Chelsea boys look good today. I ain't gonna lie. Them Chelsea boys look good. That boy Reece James been in his bag lately, Premier League and now Champions League. It's been talk going around on Twitter on if that man is the best fullback in the world right now. Let me know down in the comments. He dropped a goal and an assist in this game. Wesley Fofana hit his first goal playing for the club of Chelsea in the 24th minute. Thiago Silva had headed that hoe, and then it was like a big ass commotion over the ball, and then Fofana found the ball. He was like, don't mind if I do. Us tap that hoe in, just like that. Chelsea's up 1-0. Second half hit. Reece James, he had the easiest cross of his life. He had the ball by the corner. He looked inside the box. Pierre, that's you? Pierre say, yup, it's me. He say, oh, all right, bet. Us crossing straight to him. That boy Boomy ain't had him a little tap in and hit the front flip right after that hoe. Reece James assist, leading to a Reece James goal less than 10 minutes later off a Raheem Sterling assist. Like I say, that boy Reece James been playing ball. Chelsea gets their first Champions League dub this season, man. Group F, we got Real Madrid at the top, of course, with 9 points, 3 wins, no losses, no draws, undefeated. We got Shakhtar Donetsk in that second with 4 points. We got them Leipzig boys in third with 3 points, and then we got Celtic at the bottom of the table with 1. Leipzig and Celtic ended up playing each other. Leipzig had like 2 goals called off, but they still ended up whooping them Celtic boys' ass. That boy Nkunku had his first goal called offside, but it didn't matter because he ended up scoring not too long later. He just ran past the goalkeeper, knocked that hoe in to get them boys a 1-0 lead. Then Celtic ended up equalizing that hoe right outside of halftime. It was a counter-attack 2-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Easy cross towards the middle for an easy little tap in for that boy Jota. Tie the ball game up 1-1. Then Leipzig had another goal called offside. I ain't even finna attempt to pronounce bro name, but he hit a little outside the BZ. Sadly, they called it back. I know that hurt. But then again, it didn't matter because Celtic goalkeeper ended up giving it away. He rolled it straight to them Leipzig boys, and Silva ended up capitalizing off of that goddamn bonehead blunder to give Leipzig the lead. Then in the 77th minute, to put the game out of reach, it was a long-ass volley across the field to Simicon. Simicon volley past that hoe inside the box to Silva. Silva touched it and then struck it just like that. It's 3-1. Leipzig gets their dub over Celtic. Real Madrid versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Them Shakhtar boys was undefeated going into this game. Don't get it twisted. But somebody has got to go. Madrid was supposed to have way more than only 2 goals. They shot the ball 36 times. Shot the ball 36 times and only converted on 2 of them. Only 2 goals came out of that. It was a combination of Real Madrid not capitalizing on their opportunities and Shakhtar's goalkeeper Trubin just playing goddamn D. That boy Rodrigo ended up getting him like a Harlem Globetrotter type goal. I'm talking about, in basketball we call it off the heezy, like when you throw it off their head to get it back. It's off the heezy just like that. He like bounced that hoe off the opponent's foot. He passed it to the opponent. It bounced back to him. And he outside that bees. He say off the heezy. Trubin got a piece of the ball, but it was too damn powerful. Ended up going in. Real Madrid was up 1-0 in the first 15 minutes. That boy Vinicius Jr. ended up getting him a goal off. It was like some Real Madrid tiki-taka. It was a goddamn Madrid tiki-taka goal. Vinicius was in the middle of the box, got the ball, ended up knocking it in just like that. And then in the 39th minute, these was one of the goal of the week nominees. Somebody on Shakhtar crossed that hoe inside the box to Zubkov. That boy Zubkov seen the ball, jumped up, swung his body to the side, and ended up scissors kicking that hoe inside the goal. 2-1 at the half, and then nobody scored another goal. Real Madrid ended up the victors of the game. Group G, we got Man City at the top of the damn table, of course, with 9 points, with 3 wins, no losses, no draws, under goddamn defeated. We got BVB in second with 6 points, and then in third and fourth at the bottom half of the table, we got Sevilla, the Europa League merchants, and we got Copenhagen, both tied up with 1 point each. Speaking of Copenhagen, they fell victim to that boy Erling Haaland. Just like everybody else in the goddamn world, Erling Haaland is a problem. He has more Champions League goals than Mr. Luis Flop King Suarez, and he has played 50 less games. 50 of them. It only took 6 minutes for this man Erling to score on his first touch of the game. It only took 30 minutes for that boy to get a brace. Teammate tried to outside the box it bounced off the goalkeeper, and Erling just got that goddamn aura. The ball just magnetized to him. The ball wanted Erling to score him. Erling with a brace, man, we get it, bro. We get it, Erling. You can score. You can score the ball. We get it. Stop it, man. Stop it. Copenhagen had an own goal like 4 minutes later off of a Gomez shot. Then in the second half, they gave up a penalty. Riyad Mahrez ended up hitting that hoe. And then Alvarez made it 5-0 off of Riyad Mahrez assist. All he had to do was tap that goddamn ball in. Man City is dangerous. If y'all don't win Champions League this year, bro, it's just y'all are just cursed, bro. Because I think y'all are favorites. I honestly think Man City is the favorites this year over Paris Saint-Germain to win the goddamn Champions League. They are demons this year. Sevilla versus Dortmund. Coming into this game, Sevilla was goalless. and they passed 3 Champions League games, bro. Goal of the week nominee, that man Guerrero with that little touch off of a Jude Bellingham cross, and then with that burst of speed, and then with that goddamn boot to the back of the net. Only 5 minutes into the game, BVB was already on the board just like that. And then speaking of Jude Bellingham, before the half ended, he hit a little fake shot, had the defender turned around, he inside the box, he ended up knocking it in just like that. Kareem Adeyemi, not only 2 minutes later, scored off a deflection where the goalkeeper couldn't save the ball properly. Just outside of halftime, Sevilla had them a corner. They crossed it to the middle to that boy in the series. He ended up knocking it in with a header. But Sevilla's first goal of this Champions League campaign, man. Clap it up for them boys. Clap it up for the Europa League merchants. Cause you know they go get their power back when they back in the Europa League next year. It was 3-1, and then them Dortmund boys said, we want to make it 4-1 just to make a statement. Moukoko ended up crossing the ball to that boy Julian Brandt. Julian Brandt headed their hoe in. 4-1 Dortmund over Sevilla. And for the last group of the evening, we got Group H. We got Paris Saint-Germain at the top of the group with 7 points, but then Benfica boys is not too far behind. They also have 7 points, but they in second place. Then we got Juventus in third with 3, and we got them Haifa boys, of course, in fourth with no goddamn points. Juventus versus Haifa, of course, Juventus won this game. They ended up winning 3-1. Rabiot had him a brace this game. He opened up the scoring in the 35th minute to make it 1-0. And then, like, just outside the second half, that boy Dusan Vlahovic was on the run. Di Maria crossed that hole all the way to him. Counterattack. Dusan had it one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He hit a little shuffle, stutter step shuffle to try and throw the goalkeeper off his game, and he just ended up shooting it outside the BZ. Why not? He ended up going in. Then them Haifa boys struck back in the 75th minute. That boy then David had a one-on-one with the keeper. The keeper tried to run out, but then David crossed his ass, ended up knocking it in. Then towards the end of the game, that boy Di Maria got his second assist. He got his brace assist of the game with a cross of that boy Rabiot, and Rabiot got his brace second goal of the game. He ended up headering that hoe in. Juventus over them Haifa boys 3-1. Then for the last game of the evening, we got them Benfica boys versus Paris Saint-Germain, and Benfica boys ended up tying this ball game out. Lionel with the goal of the week nominee. Eminem in full effect. Messi to Mbappe. Mbappe to Neymar. Neymar back to Messi. Messi ended up knocking that hoe in outside the box. Left foot curler. Back of the goddamn net. And then before the half ended in the 42nd minute, that boy Danilo scored an own goal because them Benfica boys crossed the ball, and then the dude on Benfica tried to hit it, but it was too high, and Danilo couldn't see the ball, and the ball ended up bouncing off of Danilo and ended up going into the goal. The game stayed tied 1-1 the rest of the second half. Nobody could score a goal. So hey, the way I look at it, them Paris Saint-Germain boys just dropped 2 points to Benfica. Now them boys tied up at 1 and 2 respectively in their group. So this was a crucial ass game for PSG to win, but hey, it is what it is. I'm sure they gonna finish #1 in their group spot. And damn, man, that brings us to the end of this match day 3. Like I said, it was goddamn goals galore. Now, for my goal of the week, I'ma have to give it to that boy Guerrero out of BVB because that whole play was just nasty. And the fact that it happened in the first 5 minutes of the game made it just that much better. Jude Bellingham crossed it to that boy. Nice little touch, little burst of speed, and it was just so fast and impactful and powerful, and it just set the tone for the rest of the game. That's my goal of the week this week. Like I say, comment down below y'all goal of the week, and let me know how y'all team did if y'all do got a team in the Champions League. And also comment down below what was y'all favorite match of the week, y'all favorite game of the week. I'm gonna let y'all decide that one. Thanks for tuning in, man. I'm gonna be back next Champions League match day, bro. I'm out.